Get her to do it again. The date is July 13th, 1989. Ryan, give her the carriage back. Just a regular summer day in the Thorpe household.
Start taping. Oh, I have to do it all over again. Start taping. Start. We have to come for one of these 2 times without falling down. Okay, one more time on that and I'm finished. There. Ah! I just will fall down. Okay, the table trick. What? Table trick. I'm going to table. I love the table trick. That's the table trick. Now, if you want it, you can take somebody else. I'm finished with mine. Okay, I'm finished. You can take Gary if you want it. Whee. Table. I said table. Well, bust you in the nose.
Not yet.
I'll bust you in the nose if you tape them. Boom! You did tape. No! I'll knock your blocks off, man. Whoops. How come he has a frown on his face? Daddy had a frown.
Move over, buddy.
You ready for your tape, Gary?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, Gary's turn.
Okay.
Good job, Kurt. That was an excellent job.
First trick is the jumping trick.
Jumping trick. Gary, you better be careful because you cut your toe, remember? You cut both your feet.
I'll remember that trick.
No, Gary.
Oh, that's a good one.
No. Hop down from there. You're going to hurt your feet. Do you have a Band-Aid on your toes? You do? I don't think you should, Gary. You're going to rip it open again.
Not. And here goes the trick.
And he flies flat down dead.
Hello. And now, for the next trick. Jumping around the beds. Vroom. 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 Hello. Vroom.
One of us is full of stable items. Then watch it stay, ready? Then also the take some. How do you see more?
It's July 15th, 1989. It's Kurt's sixth birthday. And here's Gary on the day of Kurt's birthday, eating his cantaloupe for a mid-morning snack. Oops. And we're going to go out back and we're going to go see Kurt. And there's Jasper. We're going to go down and looks like they're all, Kurt, Mommy, and Laura are out on the hammock.
I'm sick today.
Hi. Say hi to Daddy. Hi. Can you blow a kiss? Hi, Daddy. Happy birthday to Kurt.
Kurt, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Laura, blow a kiss. Yay.
Hi, Laura.
Say Daddy. Daddy. You say Kurt.
And this is one I want to show you. Swag and safety belt.
Hey, careful, Kurt.
You know what is that? You sit up here, and you sit down,
Gary, can you give us a little
play
push?
on this, and you hold like that.
A little one?
There. And now, you're watching you.
Gary's gonna give us a push. You might want to get Laura moving around. Stay still, your brother's coming. Whoop, we're in trouble now. Don't slip us or anything. Hang on, Kurt. Okay, Gary. Gary, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm so fast. And then, whoa, I'm gonna get more weight on the
Gary evading the movie camera. Okay, birthday boy. Hey, Kurt, big wave to us, okay? Give me a big, big wave.
That's a big one.
Laura wants Kurt off the hammock.
I'll get you to one to come.
And here's Orion.
Don't I look beautiful?
What?
Nothing.
You want to play in the hammock? What are you
No.
doing? I saw you out there with a scooter.
Well, I was pretending I was a killer.
That you were a killer?
I was gonna kill the cops that was on my private property.
You were going to kill the cops that were on your private property, huh?
Yeah, they didn't have a warrant.
They what?
They didn't have a warrant.
Where do you learn all this stuff?
You watch
What TV shows do you watch?
Let's see.
Huh?
There's Channel 5.
Channel 5, yeah.
And there's Channel 11. And those are the two channels I like.
Those are the only two? Those are all cop, shoot 'em up TV shows?
No, there's one about a cop. I think he's the, not governor, but he's the chief, I think.
Yeah?
And he saw those things. One of them, this lady framed herself.
He what?
The lady killed her husband, and the lady, she went to, what is that? Where the Golden Gate Bridge is. She took the food out, put the lady in and threw it in the water. She knew it was going to take a few days to thaw out, so she'd be in wherever the Golden Gate Bridge is in. And then
San
she'd
Francisco?
Yeah. So then that's how. Then the chief was her old boyfriend.
Oh
And
my
he got-
goodness.
And the chief is married.
Well, that doesn't sound like too nice a TV show.
But it's okay.
It's fun to watch though. Oh, Ryan, go jump on the hammock with him.
Well, it was a good idea.
Here comes Orion.
You want a temple. And if you want one, here he comes, Orion.
Come on, Orion. Give it a push and jump on.
Orion, Huey, get off of me. And if you want to try, if you want to try, let's try the boat. Let's try the boat. Let's try the boat. Let's try this boat. Let's try this boat.
Gee, can I come down? It looks like fun.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's really relaxing.
Looks like the hammock's gonna snap.
Okay, Gary, that's enough. We'll get a baby on here. Gary, I've got the baby.
If you want to try, why don't you try? If you want to try, why don't you try?
You know what we need? We need another child.
And if you want to wee, start to sing.
Well, do you want me to come down now?
And if
Yeah.
you say no, it's just so. Let's try. Want to try?
Orion.
And want to
Oh,
try?
nice. Be nice.
Why not?
Like,
You want to pick the Jasper?
Jasper, why don't you go jump on?
Ow!
Go jump on the hammock.
friend makes you all
Huey!
silly. Gary, Kurt was there first. Go over there. Gary. Gary. He's there. Well, you're making me cry. So your family is with it. He's in arm three. Well, Laura, so much for relaxing.
Let's jump at once! And let's sing a song! I can jump on the hill.
That cute. Oh, I would have loved something like this when I was little. Now, let's see. He can hold a gun. See, he can hold a gun in that hand, and he can put on. He can have one in each hand. All right. These are really clever.
They are. They're neat.
Look at his head moves.
Really
his
well
arm.
built too. Like
Look at how the
last-
horse's head goes down. Look at. Look at.
Yeah, you can do it.
I love this dog. Oh, look at the knives. They have knives. Of course, he's not pedaling too well. I don't know whether we ought to let this little kid have a knife. What do you think? You think we ought to let that little kid have a knife?
Oh, no, that's okay. I can go to either one of those.
This is so cute.
I just wanted him to see a different one.
Well, here's a tomahawk.
And I'll feel
Oh,
good
wow.
if
What's it telling?
keeps this in the back of
Tomahawk? What's a tomahawk? Here,
You can even one.
my goal when I did it.
look at this.
Those
That's a
things are clever,
tomahawk.
huh?
And have a different way of life.
Here, this one's going to have a tomahawk in this hand.
Tomahawk and a knife and a little kid.
Oh, geez, that's not so good.
Something else out there besides
Now, what's this?
Daddy, they see that
Yeah,
one, see?
Yeah, he says like,
that's great.
What goes in here? Something.
That looks
goes-
like a
you know, a child.
a little bath. What is that?
There's a little pot here, but I'm just wondering what this is too.
Oh, I
Hard
want
to
you to.
see. Something.
Mom, look at this, Mom. Mom. I want to put it on the doggy.
I'm going to put all the pieces in here so you don't lose anything, Kurt. Oh, this is the fire.
Mom. Mommy,
What, honey?
want your feet and stand
the
up,
fire.
sit down if you
sit here,
want.
Pat.
See?
Oh, really? I'll
Gosh,
go
did I
over
knock
there.
anything over?
Yeah, a
Oh,
few,
I'm sorry, I'm
few
sorry.
little. Who's he?
Every year that he comes, he makes such a he really does.
Yeah.
What is that one?
Nothing about it.
Hey, Judy, come out here and see this. This food looks delicious.
Hey, Pokey, get your head out of there. That's not horse food. That's people food.
Pokey, you clumsy horse.
Okay. Nope. What's that bird? What kind of a bird is that?
What in the world is that?
Now? I guess my plane got away from me.
I guess it did.
Well, let's go in the teepee and figure out how to solve this problem.
Daddy.
Wait,
A Saturday morning with Daddy and the kids.
Elephant
August 5th, 1989.
No, Laura's turn.
Mom didn't take me yet.
I'm going to Kurt.
Ah.
Have her hold on
Elephant,
tight.
Gary, careful with it. Hold on tight, Laura. Elephant ride. Hold on tight. Boom, 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 boom,
Laura!
boom, 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 boom. Elephant ride. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom.
My
It's kind of shaky up there. Boom, boom. Okay, we're going down.
My turn.
Boom, boom. Whee! Okay, Jasper, your turn.
It's my turn.
Jasper hasn't had a turn. Boom, boom. Good boy. Boom, 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 boom,
Hi,
boom,
Kurt.
boom, boom. Right. Boom, boom, boom.
It's my turn.
That was fun.
Money. Okay, now Laura gets on your back. No,
Laura!
Kurt gets on
Hi.
your back, then Laura on Kurt's.
How are you?
I'm kidding, Kurt. Okay, you and Gary.
No, Kurt, no. No, it's gonna be too much play
No,
for me.
no. Be
Laura?
you.
Laura!
Boom. Okay, Laura's
She said,
turn.
Mom.
Gary, come on, huh?
We didn't go anywhere.
Laura!
Okay, ready?
Come here.
Boom.
Okay. Thank you.
Mom,
What?
feel it all.
No, thank you. We gotta leave that off.
Okay, how about? Okay, now Laura's turn. Money. Money. Yep, hold on tight, Laura. Hold around my neck. Hold around my neck. This arm right here. Put this arm around my neck. Okay, hold here. Hold there. Hold it. That's right. Just like that. Hold on tight.
Yes.
Elephant ride.
Hello.
You sweetheart.
Hello, sweetheart.
Boom. 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 Is she smiling?
Yeah.
Boom. 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 Okay, Laura, here we go.
Laura! Laura!
Let go.
Hello!
Whee! That was fun.
Laura,
Oh, I
can you
can't do it
say,
anymore.
Laura, can you say wee? Can you say
Wee!
daddy? Laura, say daddy.
Watch out, Jess. You want to get up on Daddy's back now, huh? Yeah. Ready? Oh, Jess, no.
Me and Lola.
Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if this is such a good idea.
Lola's holding on to
She holding on to you? Boom, 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 boom. Whoa! Okay,
Oh, Jasper.
that's enough.
What happened, Laura? Honey, try to get Laura wound up.
Laura, come over here. Laura, want a real doggy ride? Come here. Come here, Laura.
When you rub off with Jasper, she really laughs.
Yeah. Come here, Laura. Stay, Jasper. You stay. Good girl. Laura, come here for a minute. Come over here for a minute, Laura. Okay, come here. Hold on. Okay. Hey. Jasper moved. Woo-wee. Okay, come here, boy. Come here. I was going to give her a doggy ride. I don't think Jasper would like it too much now. All set?
Bye-bye, Laura.
Hold on. Hold my hand. Okay. Here we go. Okay, want to try Kurt's back? Here's Kurt's back. Okay, Kurt, lie down. There you go. Hold on to my hand, Laura. Whee! It's like a rodeo. Wait, hold it on. Oh, boy.
Laura.
It's hot.
Laura, say hi. Kurt, can you say hi?
Hi.
Gary, don't. Not at the camera.
Laura. Woo! Daddy.
You want to get on my back? Okay, hop on. Climb up.
Kid.
I'll get her feet.
I'll lie down. Whoa. You ready, Laura? Okay. There we go. There we go. Boy, is it hot?
Mom, give me some balls that
Here we go, Laura. Bump, big bump.
Gary, don't throw balls like that.
Hold on, Laura. Hold on to my neck. Too much excitement. Too much excitement, huh?
Gary, what are you up to?
Those aren't the new ones, are they?
Gary Joseph,
Yeah?
what are you up to?
They do the class. How would you, would Oh. A little bit more. I mean, back. Oh,
Who wants to do an interview?
What's this, Mommy? Noah.
Oh, Gary. Gary, you're throwing that way too hard. Don't hurt someone.
What, Laura?
Backwards.
Good job. Gary, stop throwing the ball. Gary, stop throwing the ball. Yes, Laura, I see.
He won't bother you now. Laura, can you say no? Can you say daddy?
Mom, this looks like my thing. Can I take it? Mom, can I take it?
Laura, did Kurt have it back? Laura, did Kurt have it?
Kurt, don't pull too hard.
Laura, come see mommy. Kurt, can you turn her over so I can see her face? Turn her towards me. Laura, you can find another toy to play with.
No.
You can find another toy. Okay, Kurt, do not tease her like that.
Now she's in a movie.
Laura, you want mommy, Laura? Laura, come get mommy, honey. Come see mommy. Come on. Laura, get up. Hey, you, get up.
Oops.
Laura, what's this? What's this? Here.
Morning, Laura. Good morning. Is the cereal good, Laura? Does it taste good this morning? Daddy's still asleep, huh? Today is 8/8/89. Oh, 8/9/89 it is. 8/9/89. August 9th, 1989. And the boys are still sleeping. Oh, thank you. And here comes Ken. And Betty has to go off to work. So Daddy's going to give Laura a kiss goodbye because Daddy has to go to work now, okay? Daddy has to go to work. Mwah. You have a good day today, okay, Laura? Daddy loves you. Love you, Laura. You have a nice day today, okay? I'm going to leave that right there.
You can shut it off. I'll do them later.
Okay.
What? Laura, can you say mommy? Laura, can you say mommy? Can you say daddy?
Look,
What?
Daddy.
Daddy. Can you say bye? Can you say hi? Can you say mommy? What? Can you say mommy? Yes. Where's Kurt? That's Jasper. That's Jasper. That's not Kurt. Can you say Kurt?
Hi.
Hi, Jaspy.
Hi. Hey.
Laura loves Jasper. Laura.
Hey.
Laura. Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Juice? Juice? Hello, Laura. Morning. She likes to feel a lot on that spoon. She can barely breathe when she's eating. What?
Papa.
What?
Papa.
Did you drop some? Is it a mess? Did you make a mess? That's okay. Where's your juice? In the other room? No, your juice is right next to you. Can you drink your juice? Yes. Juice, good job.
Mama.
What?
Dad.
Dog? Who, Jasper? Say Jasper.
Daddy.
No, not Daddy. Jasper.
Daddy.
Can you say bye?
Bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Ball. 2-1 to count. Will Clark explaining with Tony Gwynn, two very good left-hand hitters, and they are really riveted looking at the stands. Mattingly, who gets his first all-star hit, and it's going to be a base hit as Andre Dawson runs it down. Don Mattingly for the stand-up double. And remember, a few years ago, both Howell and Mattingly were teammates for the Yankees back in 1984. That's a rude way to say hello.
That's my first All-Star game hit, and very typically a double. Mattingly last year went to the plate 600 times, 599 times, struck out only 29 times. A great contact hitter, arguably the best hitter of the last 5 years in the major leagues. He got the most RBIs and the most total bases.
Here's Tony Hernandez. 1 ball and no strike. We mentioned at the very start of the ball game how baseball has spread so much that of the 56 All-Stars, 6 came from Latin countries. And Tony Fernandez, Julio Franco, and Pedro Guerrero, not only All-Stars, but they're all from the same city in the Dominican Republic, San Pedro de Macorís, fouled away. In the same game in the first week of the year, Tony Fernandez hit a grand slam home run and then was hit in the face by Texas Cecilio Guante. He suffered a broken cheekbone and he missed several weeks. Glad to see he's back, and a great accomplishment to come back and make the All-Star squad. Ruben Sierra on deck. Hit down the left field line, slicing, foul, and out of play.
Ozzie Smith will get a lot of the press. Undeservedly so, as the outstanding shortstop in the game today, but a lot of scouts will tell you that the guy at the plate today, Fernandez, has taken over the position as the best shortstop in the game. 66 games this year, only 2 errors. And his RBI total has gone up every year, each of the last 5 years.
1-2. And that curveball fouled it away, so he's still alive. There's Barry Larkin blowing the bubble gum and chewing the gum as Vince Coleman of the Cardinals. Whether Barry Larkin would play defensively is questionable. He has a sore elbow. We'd have to just wait and see, but that might be one reason why Ozzie's going the distance up here. A little roller up on first. Glenn Davis cuts it off at the pass, goes to the bag, and that's it. So the American League wastes the double by Mattingly at the end of 7 innings. American League 5, National League 2.
Hey, Josh!
All the days to run away.
Boy, Josh, it's so hot. It's so hot that the ocean's drying up.
Can't take it.
Gonna be even hotter tomorrow.
Looks so good, I just gotta have it. Can't beat it.
I guess we'll have to rent out his room.
Can't beat the feeling.
Astronomers tell us there won't be a total eclipse in America until the year 2017. They are very much mistaken. This is the year of the eclipse. Introducing the Eclipse by Mitsubishi. Try not to stare.
I'm Bill Farley, and I don't just run through the loom. I really run and work out and sometimes even relax. So I know what you need in activewear. And Fruit of the Loom activewear gives it to you. I made sure of it. Our full-cut t-shirts can really take it. Our comfortable sweats move right with you in colors that fit your style. Quality activewear, one more way we do it in America.
Spaghetti, lasagna, linguine, rigatoni, tortellini, anything that ends with a vowel. Argue with an umpire? Let Kirk Gibson bunt with the bases loaded. And I'd never let a friend drink and drive. Winners work as a team.
If you plan to drink,
then choose a designated driver.
The preceding message was furnished by Major League Baseball.
We go to the 8th inning, and Ozzie Smith, followed by Andre Dawson and Glenn Davis. Ozzie single to center, fouled out and grounded out. Ozzie is 1 for 3, facing Jeff Russell, with the Americans sitting on top of a 5-2 lead. That's in there. The corners are up. They're looking bunt, though both Gary Gaetti and Don Mattingly shorten up, and the outfield shaded to left a bit, with Devon White slightly toward left center. No pitch. Ozzie had asked for time and backed out. National League has not had a man pass first base since the first inning. Chopper to Sachs, to Mattingly. One away. Quickly, let's go to Bob Costas with Howard Johnson.
All right, Vin, Hojo this week, a brand new contract worth $2 million per and an RBI single in the All-Star game. Not a bad stretch for you.
Yeah, it's been an enjoyable week for me. This All-Star game has been a lot of fun.
Now here you are in a position with Mike Schmidt retiring where you might be the odds-on to be the starting shortstop for several, rather the starting third baseman for several years for the National League, but they're talking about moving you to shortstop. Now you got to vault over Ozzie and Barry Larkin.
I know. I'd rather stay at third, but you know, I was talking to Mike before the game, and it's gonna be tough, you know, not to see him play. But you know, hopefully I can play in a few more All-Star games.
Very briefly, is that the feeling you're getting now that you will play shortstop in the second half for the Mets?
They haven't told me anything, but I guess they're probably thinking about it, yeah.
Howard Johnson of the Mets back upstairs to Vin and Tom.
1 ball and 1 strike. The count. Andre Dawson, Glenn Davis to follow. Jeff Russell on the hill for the American League. Fastball popped up on the left side. Gary Gaetti in foul ground. 2 down in the 8th inning. Boy, what a number the American League pitchers have done on the National League hitters after Dave Stewart was roughed up for 2 runs in the first inning. Then Messrs. Ryan, Gubazar, Moore, Swindell, and Russell have been close to perfect.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Vinny. I have no base on balls for the National League. 2 for the American League. Those coming in the first inning by Dave Stewart. Just 2 base on balls.
That's right. The real pro pitcher, not afraid to challenge the hitter.
That's exactly right. Hit in the count.
Despite their credentials.
You go back to 1967, the 15-inning game here with the 30 strikeouts. 2 base on balls. Both of them by the National League. None in the American League. A 15-inning game, no base on balls. Just 2 in the entire game. Those both by the National League.
Dave Stewart, the starting pitcher, sitting quietly, watching what he got underway with some of his mates. Looking in that American League dugout to repeat, the only position player who has not gotten in the game is Kelly Gruber of Toronto. In the National League, Vince Coleman and Barry Larkin. There are still several pitchers who could be used. For instance, in the National League, John Franco, Mitch Williams, Oral Hershiser, and in the National League they will have the American League's counterparts Chuck Finley, Dan Plesac, Mike Henneman, and Doug Jones.
Tony will be well armed to go to the 9th inning, won't he?
I should say. Russell came in to take care of Pena in the 7th inning.
You talked to La Russa, Tony La Russa, of course, the manager for the American League, and he talks about managing a pitching staff, and he and Dave Duncan do it as well as anybody. That is where a manager really is worth his grain of salt, is managing the pitching staff, and Tony will go to the 9th inning with 4 pitchers in the bullpen.
Little foul ball off to the right and out of play. We showed you earlier the honorary National League captain who was coaching at first, Don Drysdale. We have not seen except for his introduction long before the game started, but we'd like to take a moment to salute Carl Yastrzemski, who is the first little leaguer to go into the Hall of Fame. Yaz will go in. He was on 17 All-Star teams and played on 13 of them. Glenn Davis drawing the walk with 2 out, and there's that first walk. Howard Johnson started the ball game and now sits back and has a little ice cream as a reward. Kevin Mitchell going all the way in left field, singled to center to drive in a run, but then struck out in the 3rd and struck out in the 6th. The strike.
Amazing how all the players can back out on the bench. They don't want to miss an ounce of it, you know. They go in and get a cup of coffee, or they go in and get an ice cream or something cold to drink. They're all there on the bench.
Somebody asked Rick Russell. It's not exactly a tasteful remark, but it tells you the story. Somebody said to Rick, how good is Kevin Mitchell as a hitter? And he said, you don't want to be caught in the John when he's at the plate. And they're all in the dugout to see him rip. But he's 0-2 and on the edge of striking out for the 3rd time. One and 2.
Russell got the 2nd strike there and tried to go back and get it again. The breaking ball down and away. Mitchell likes to hit the breaking ball. Not like any good hitter. You make good pitches on them, you get them out. You make a mistake, mistake and leave that breaking ball in the middle of the plate, even if it is down, if you leave it in the middle of the plate, he's going to hit it hard somewhere.
You know, there's something I'm going to remember, not just visually, but that I heard during this ball game. Ground ball to the hole, and that's a base hit into left field. And the National League, with runners at first and second, it's the first time they've had 2 men on since the first inning. It's the first time they've had a runner at second base since the third inning. You know what I'm going to remember hearing? When Bo Jackson was talking about his home run, which went way back in dead center field, he said, quote, "I was lucky to get a piece of it." Thank you very much. And Vince Coleman will now run for Kevin Mitchell at first base.
Your attention, please. For the National League, running at first base, number 29.
Mitchell getting the pitch on the outside part of the plate. Is very strong, is able to pull it in the hole between Gaetti and Fernandez. And Tony La Russa comes right out and will either use his pitching staff or leave Russell in there, but he'll talk with him first.
He's going to bring in either Chuck Finley or Dan Plesac, because the hitter due up will be Von Hayes, and we shall return.
Buzzard's Gulch was drier than the red-hot desert ground. But an hombre named Mackenzie came riding into town. His saddlebags were loaded with the best fruit ever found. And he ambled up to the bar and bought the house around.
To beat the desert heat, Spuds moseys on up to Bud Light. He knows everything else is just a light.
Much obliged for the Bud Light, cowboy.
It was a simpler time. A time of hope and faith in the future. Blue jeans and white t-shirts were in. And Mazda introduced the Miata. A ragtop, a two-seater, a true roadster. Everyone seemed to be feeling pretty good. The new Mazda Miata, it not only gives you a glimpse of 1990, it takes you back as well.
You want to start small, but think tall. That's your plan with computers that can grow along with you. How are you going to do it? Well, you're going to PS2 it with the IBM PS2. You want to network up, network down, share information with other towns. In your business, you got a mission to rise above the competition. How are you going to do it? I'll tell you, you're going to PS2 it. The solution is IBM.
At BIC, we've been studying all the ways that you pull and stretch your face in search of a better shave. Now BIC presents our solution, introducing the new BIC Metal Shaver. The patented BIC Metal stretches and smooths your skin thanks to its unique metal guard bar, so the shaver glides closely and comfortably. Now, instead of stretching, start reaching for a new BIC Metal Shaver. It stretches your skin for a better shave, and that's no stretch.
Marv Albert with Nolan Ryan of the Texas Rangers. Nolan is the pitcher of record. Not bad for a 42-year-old who happens to be the second oldest pitcher in the history of All-Star Baseball. Only Satchel Paige was older at 47 back in 53. And Nolan, 2 strong innings, 3 strikeouts, allowed only 1 hit.
Well, I was real pleased with it. I had a real good changeup. My curveball got better in the second inning, and I think the big key was that I was throwing strikes.
Any special feeling about doing it here in that you spent 8 years with the California Angels?
Well, it was special coming back to Anaheim Stadium, and it's always been a special place for me to pitch.
No problem, obviously, with the twilight in terms of the hitters.
Well, I think it was different when I pitched here with the Angels before they closed the stadium in. It was tough to see at this time of day, but obviously it wasn't tonight.
Okay, Nolan Ryan of the Texas Rangers. Let's get back to Vin Scully.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, after Von Hayes went head-to-head with left-hander Dan Plesac, Hayes greeted Plesac with a single to left field to score Davis. That makes it 5-3 American League. The National League now has tying runs at the corners at first and third, and a right-hand hitter, Tim Wallach, is due up. Down in the bullpen, Mike Henneman and Doug Jones are available. And Jones is heating up. So Plesac came in to make a pitch, and Von Hayes was waiting to drive in a run. So Tony La Russa will have to go to the pen again. And now suddenly, with Jones being brought in, he has one left-hander down there, Chuck Finley, and one right-hander, Mike Henneman. So for Plesac, that's kind of a tough appearance in an all-star game. You warm up, you come in, you make one pitch, a base hit, and out you go. And coming in to try and bail him out will be Doug Jones, whom we saw earlier, remember, sitting in the seats far removed from the bullpen. He is right smack dab in the middle of the spotlight now.
Let's make the lion bigger. Smaller. That's better. How about black?
How about red with block letters?
Black. Blue. Barley.
Barley. How about green?
I think blue. And you are? Peter Stroh. You like blue, Mr. Stroh? Yes, I do. You got it. Script? Block. Strohs or Stroh? Strohs. You got it. Bigger? Bigger. You got it.
Introducing a new package from Stroh, the only major brewery in America where the family still makes all the decisions.
Less foam? I think more. You got it.
Stroh's, fire brewed, family brewed for more than 200 years.
In 1961, the fiberglass pole replaced the aluminum pole and broke the world record by 4 feet. In 68, the box construction's key resulted in a record number of gold medals. Since 84, the disc wheel has broken virtually every time trial record. Now Reebok has developed the energy return system of high-trail tubes to help propel the athlete forward. Who knows what record will fall next?
It seemed like a different era. Diners were popular. Rock and roll was in. The air was charged with the power of positive thinking. Style was in style. And Mazda introduced the Miata. A ragtop, a two-seater, a true roadster. Everyone seemed to be feeling pretty good. The new Mazda Miata. It not only gives you a glimpse of 1990, it takes you back as well.
I know college won't be an easy climb. That's why I joined the Army. With the GI Bill and the Army College Fund, in 2 years I'll have $17,000 to help me pay for college. And I'm developing the confidence and determination I'll need to help me succeed when I get there. Now I know I can make it to the top, not just in college, but in whatever I do.
Von Hayes recently signed a 3-year, $6.4 million contract. And that's why, as he walks up and bangs a base hit to left to drive in a run. So Vaughn, the runner at first, represents the tying run. Vince Coleman running for Kevin Mitchell at third, and Tim Wallach against Doug Jones, and he fouls it away.
One thing to be concerned about here for the National League, for the American League, excuse me, for Tony La Russa. Von Hayes here with a score of 5-3. Von Hayes at first. Von Hayes 19 stolen bases, been thrown out 6 times. Big man, but has excellent speed.
And that's hammered to left. Coming up for it is Greenwell to make the catch. And Doug Jones really dodges a bullet as Wallach lines out to left field. And the National through in the 8th. At the end of 7.5, 5-3 American.
Finding another vehicle that equals the Mazda MPV could be an impossible challenge. It's the best-selling import in its class in America. Its bumper-to-bumper warranty has no deductible and is unequaled by the competition. No wonder Car and Driver called MPV the new best-in-class with the emphasis on class. But don't worry, it can be equaled. We built more than one.
Take the challenge. See why Mazda MPV is already the #1 selling import minivan.
It's fueled the victories of Super Bowl champions and Sandlot superstars. It's as welcome on a hot cinder track as a cold sheet of ice. It is unsurpassed at supplying fluids, minerals, and energy. It goes beyond refreshment. It produces results. It's everywhere athletes compete. It's sports. It's Gatorade.
I don't know who you think you are. Who's this guy?
I'm Batman. Wait till they get a load of me. Rated PG-13. Now playing at a theater near you.
American Airlines with service to 13 wonderful cities.
Two-time U.S. Open winner Curtis Strange, Fuzzy Zeller, and a field of golfing greats tee off at the Anheuser-Busch Golf Classic this weekend on NBC.
One of the more flamboyant relief pitchers in the game, Mitch Williams of the Chicago Cubs, has come in, and we visited Mitch about how he would describe his style of pitching.
That is, I've watched Rick Sutcliffe and some of the other guys, the Rick Rushells of the league, that go out there and they throw sliders and curveballs, and it looks like they're doing it from a lawn chair. And I just stated one day that I go out there and pitch like my hair's on fire, like I'm in a hurry to get things done. And that's basically how I go about the game. Is I know I have to go hard at what I do, and those guys just take it easy and they get the same results.
Well, we shall see now about the colorful Mitch Williams, and he'll be pitching to Ruben Sierra, followed by Steve Sachs, and then Mickey Tettleton.
That is the favorite quote of one of baseball's best-known baseball announcers.
I love it. Fouled away, 0-1.
That is your favorite. I don't blame you. It's terrific.
There it is. Well, I've heard.
Terrific.
I love that description. You know, they used to say about I think Jim Bunning, they say he pitched like a man falling out of a tree, but hair on fire. There he goes. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Ruben Sierra. Sierra single to right, single off Will Clark's glove, grounded out, 2 for 3, scored a run, and he has knocked in a run. I don't know how Mitch Williams ever defends against a bunt or a ball just dribbled to the first base side of the mound, because he comes hurtling off and turns his back to the plate.
He gets in miserable fielding position.
Amazing.
That is just his thigh. You could see the speed gun down in the right-hand corner, fastball 88 miles an hour, but he just plants that lead leg and stiffens it out and uses it at a fulcrum, just spins right around.
And he walks Ruben Sierra to begin matters in the bottom of the 8th inning. He averages almost 6 walks per 9 innings. Vince Coleman, who ran for Kevin Mitchell, stayed in the game, and so Coleman is in left field. That means for the National League, the only position player available is Barry Larkin. For the American League, the only position player is Kelly Gruber. The only pitchers available to Tommy Lasorda are John Franco and Oral Hershiser. The pitchers available for La Russa are Finley and Henneman. They got him and hung him out to dry. Ruben Sierra picked off by Mitch Williams to Glenn Davis.
Ruben Sierra got caught leading the other way. Does not really a base stealer for the Rangers. 5 out of 6 during the year. Tony La Russa maybe putting a play on, trying to pick up another run here, just up by 2. He'd like to get another one going to the 9th. Williams has an explosive fastball. Tremendous movement at the hitting zone. You know, you talk about his base on balls. Another thing about him, the more times you run him out there, the more happier he is. There's a fastball at 89 miles an hour. When he was with the Texas Rangers, he averaged about 77 appearances a year. He says, the more they use me, the happier I am.
Well, he's working on Steve Sachs with 1 out in the 8th inning. 5-3 American League. That's popped up around the plate. Tony Pena looking for help, and Glenn Davis obliges and puts it away. So 2 down in the 8th inning. If you're not keeping score and you wonder about those players come up in the 9th inning, it'll be the DH, and that would be Bobby Bonilla, followed by the second baseman Willie Randolph and the catcher Tony Pena, with 1 other player available, and that's Barry Larkin. Here is Mickey Tettleton. Tettleton released by Oakland, signed by Baltimore, and shipped out to the Rochester club. And what a story he is. Baltimore having such a miserable year a year ago. They brought him back in May. He hit 11 home runs. Now suddenly he's a spark plug. He was talking about the fact that a little more than 3 years ago he lost a home run hitting contest at Oklahoma State. He finished behind Pete Incaviglia, Robbie Wine, Gray Green, Doug DeCenso, and a graduate assistant in the home run hitting contest. And now he's one of the big guys in baseball. 20 home runs, 51 RBI. And, of course, you could write a book about Mickey Templeton and the Fruit Loops. 1-2. 2-2. There's the last of the Mohicans. Kelly Gruber is on deck. Oh, good fastball to ring him up. So Tettleton strikes out. And Mitch Williams, would you agree? Did he make it look easy? Does he make anything look easy? We'll be back.
Refreshing. It's the king of beer.
We're back at the ballpark, and it's Day on the mound.
How can you not love him?
And Knight is up at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's Wild and Mommy. Are those two going at it?
I'll sue you for everything you're worth.
They're coming into the broadcast booth.
Together we're night and day.
It's an all-new summer series after Night Court tomorrow.
A beautiful nighttime shot now here at the Big A in Anaheim as our Goodyear blimp sailing serenely overhead. A reminder, this telecast presented by authority of Major League Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. We're going to the 9th inning, 5-3, the American League. I'm sure all of us will take our own particular memories away from this ball game, but I think for you and for me and for many, just the thought that a former president of the United States was sitting right where you are sitting.
I have the seat, too, is exactly right. It is a big thrill all the way around, and the president's presence here at the All-Star game just added to everything, the overall ambiance of what goes on at an All-Star game.
And then to have Bo Jackson come up and hit one to Fresno, which is where you're from.
That's right. It was on that way.
Hometown plug, right?
Yeah.
But it was a great show up to here, and come to think of it, if that line drive isn't caught by Mike Greenwell off the bat of Tim Wallach, this could really be something, and we'll see if the National League has something left in the 9th inning.
One of the things I think everybody in baseball very happy about, Vinny, is that it's a ball game that has been tight and close. We go to the 9th here, and it's a 2-run ball game. What nobody wants in baseball and everybody associated with baseball is a blowout. So we go to the 9th, and the National League has a chance, an excellent chance.
And it'll be Bobby Bonilla hitting left-handed now against Doug Jones. In there for a strike, 0-1.
A great changeup does Jones have. I mean, a great changeup.
You know what's nice about Jones? So many players here are superbly gifted, and they make the All-Star team easily and early in their careers. Here's a right-hander. Last year was his 11th year in professional ball and his first full year in the majors. So he has really paid his dues. He was on 9 minor league teams.
3 years ago, the Cleveland Indians asked him to retire as a pitcher and become a coach. Now, you're watching work. You've seen Bonilla get 2 fastballs in the strike zone. The fastball that 2 changeups in the strike zone. The fastball that he throws will be out of the strike zone.
Ground ball, just what? There? Yes, it hit the first base umpire, Bob Engel, and it's a single. If it doesn't hit Engel, it's down the line for extra base because Bonilla runs exceptionally well. And Bob Engel, 23 years of service as an umpire, and just couldn't get out of the way.
Bobby Bonilla turning on the changeup just inside the bag, and Mattingly could not get to it. Hit Engel right in the leg, right over the top of the bag, and watch how close Mattingly is to getting this ball. Boom! And it's Engel right off of the shin. Hit the umpire in fair territory, and the ball is alive.
Well, now you have Willie Randolph, the batter. So the 2 second basemen in the game switch leagues and switch All-Star affiliation. Steve Sachs, who was a National League All-Star when he played with the Dodgers, now with the Yankees and representing the American League. And the other side of the coin, Willie Randolph, an All-Star with the Yankees in the American League, now a star in the National League. Finishing up for Ryne Sandberg. Off speed, and the count 2 balls and no strike. On deck, Tony Pena.
Randolph, a high fastball hitter. A very patient hitter. He has a big hole to hit through between Mattingly and Sachs. He's grounded into 6 double plays here so far this season.
He has one physical problem. That's in there. He was involved in a collision with catcher Damon Berryhill recently over the weekend in Wrigley Field, Chicago. Hurt his neck and could not play Sunday. But he was saying as sore and as hurt as he was on Sunday, he felt he'd be able to play, and here he is tonight. That's a strike. 2-2 the count to Willie Randolph. We're in the 9th. The American League 5 and the National League 3. Oral Hershiser along with John Franco are the only 2 pitchers who have not seen service tonight for the National League. Fastball hit down to Sachs. Wouldn't you know? The feed to Fernandez. Back to Mattingly, too late. So the force play 4-6. And the Dodger coach Bill Russell is now coaching first base for the National League.
A big high chopper. That's the reason they could not get 2 on the play. The ball not hit that sharply to Sachs. Sachs made a very good play in the sense of making sure of the lead out in this situation. Instead of being greedy and doing something fancy and taking a chance of getting a play, get the lead out.
That's hit right back to the box. Jones goes to Fernandez, back to Mattingly, and that's it. On the double play, the American League shuts down the National and beats him 5-3. So the series now stands 37 wins for the National League, 22 for the American League, and 1 tie. The winning pitcher in Anaheim, and how sweet that is to end the story, Nolan Ryan. And the losing pitcher would be John Smoltz. And I would think for a baseball fan, this had pretty much everything you want, especially in the early innings.
Folks, it doesn't get any better than this. You had a little bit of everything. You had power, you had speed, you had running, you had defense. You had just about everything, and they got a great show here tonight.
And so the National and the American League with handshakes all around. Good show. We'll be back in Anaheim for a few more post-game remarks coming up right after this.
Let's make the line bigger. Smaller. That's better.
How about black?
How about red with block letters?
Black.
Blue.
Barley.
Barley. How about green?
I think blue.
And you are?
Peter Stroh.
You like blue, Mr. Stroh?
Yes, I do.
You got it. Script?
Block.
Strohs or Stroh?
Strohs.
You got it. Bigger?
Bigger.
You got it.
Introducing a new package from Stroh, the only major brewery in America where the family still makes all the decisions.
Less foam?
I think more.
You got it.
Stroh's, fire brewed, family brewed for more than 200 years.
The 1989 All-Star Game has been brought to you by Mazda, who invites you to test drive the all-new Mazda Miata. By IBM. How are you going to do it? Yes to it. And by Reebok.
The American League has taken 2 straight All-Star games for the first time in more than 30 years. They won back-to-back in 57 and 58, and they do it last year and again this year. A reminder, stay tuned following local news for The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson, followed by Late Night with David Letterman, and later with Bob Costas, except on the West Coast and most Mountain Time Zone stations, where these programs will be seen at their regular time. The most valuable player of the 1989 All-Star Game in Anaheim comes as no surprise, Vincent Edward Bo Jackson. And now for Tom Seaver, this is Vincent Edward Scully saying so long from the Big A in Anaheim. And remember, Carson, Letterman, and Costas coming up on NBC. We'll see you next week from Yankee Stadium, when the Yankees and the Kansas City Royals will be on the Game of the Week. Way to go, Bo. See you next time.
The preceding has been a presentation of NBC Sports.
Polio may be asleep, but it's not dead. Not unless parents get their children immunized. Make sure your child is protected so preventable diseases won't hurt children.
Nothing's too good for my baby. Nothing. So my baby gets very special treatment.
There's a gasoline so special, it even exceeds BMW's detergency standard.
Fill it up. Ultra.
Sunoco Ultra 94. Clean power from the highest octane under the sun. Nothing else can match it.
Nothing.
The circulatory system of your car. That's where Texaco's new System 3 gasoline starts to bring new life to fuel injectors and valves. It can keep new cars running like new and actually help restore performance to older cars. You'll get more power from every octane. Five tanks is all we ask.
We've expanded, announcing the grand reopening of Northeast Fitness and Sports Superstores on Route 2 in Warwick. Northeast Fitness and Sports offers the largest selection of home gyms, stationary bikes, free weight equipment, athletic footwear, activewear, and workout accessories. We feature only the best: Cal Gym, Bodysmith, Precor, Life Cycle, Nike, Alessi, and more. And we're your Trotter Treadmill headquarters. Northeast Fitness and Sports Superstores, Highland Plaza, Route 2 in Warwick.
This is WJAR, Channel 10, Providence.
And now, from Southern New England's leading news station, Doug White, Patrice Wood, Gary Lay, and Frank Carpano. This is News Watch 10, the 11 o'clock report.
Good evening. 5 environmental bills were signed into law in Rhode Island today.
Governor Dupree put his name to the legislation at the Central Landfill in Johnston. One new law would help remove environmental eyesores from the landscape, and another law would allow the state to buy more land for open spaces. Finally, there would be money for the cleanup of the state's dirtiest river, the Patuxent. Still another bill signed today creates a buffer zone around the Central Landfill.
The state basically is authorizing the Solid Waste Management Corporation to buy all residentially zoned property within 2,000 feet of the dump. The move is giving people who live in hard-to-sell homes the chance to start all over. News Watch 10's Bob Ward has the story tonight, and he joins us with more. Eminent domain, but it might work a little bit differently?
It does. That's right. This program is split into 2 phases. In all, 93 homes near the landfill will be taken over. In phase 1, homes within 1,000 feet will be bought, and during the next few weeks, 3 assessors will individually appraise the property, and the middle price will be presented to the homeowner. The process repeats itself in phase 2 for homes within 2,000 feet of the landfill. It is a process that is expected to take 2 years.
Frank DeMeo has lived in this house for 12 years. In fact, he built the home on land his father subdivided and sold to him. His dad lives next door, and other close relatives live nearby on this quiet road known as DeMeo Drive. But living next door to the landfill has become too much, and DeMeo applauds the action the state is taking.
This is something my neighbors and I have been fighting for like 3 or 4 years because the conditions up here were very bad to live under, and like I said, it's something we really fought for, and it's good to see it finally over with.
Paul Garant has lived near the landfill only 3 years, but he too is anxious to find a new home, leaving the facility far behind. Still, moving will not be easy.
I like the area. It's the house my wife always wanted, and we're just going to have to give it up. And and with all the nice neighbors, we made some real good friends here, and that's going to be the tough part.
But local officials do have some concerns about the plan. They say Johnston could lose up to $500,000 if the state buys up all of the property around the landfill. To offset that shortfall, Mayor Ralph Russo is proposing to take undeveloped property like this and zoning it commercial, thereby protecting it from eminent domain.
If the state buys that, it becomes non-taxable land. But now if we change that to commercial, the state will not buy it, and it will be taxable land. And any commercial buildings that are built on that would allow us to recoup the tax dollars that we're going to lose.
Now, Mayor Russo says plans to change the zoning on those parcels of land from residential to commercial will be presented at the next town council meeting in August. Doug?
These deals usually move notoriously slowly. When are the first folks likely to move?
Well, that's hard to say, but I'm told that offers should be presented by the homeowners by the end of this year, and that means that as soon as they can find new homes, they'll be able to move, so possibly beginning of next year.
Thank you, Bob. The governor also announced today that 2 bills affecting coastal navigation will be made law. One would help prevent any incidents such as the recent oil spill from the tanker World Prodigy from happening in the future. It would allow the state to suspend any pilot's license should he or she refuse a drug or alcohol test. The second law will create a panel to study regulations about carrying cargo in Rhode Island waters.
Some animal rights activists say they've won a small battle here in Rhode Island in their fight for better treatment of animals. A bill signed into law last week requires calf roping events, the state's only rodeo, to allow the animals to break free after they are caught. The bill was pushed by animal rights groups. It's aimed at the Rock Hill State Fair, the only place in the state that regularly holds a rodeo. Traditional calf roping can cause head and spinal injuries when the animals are slammed to the ground.
Rhode Island State Troopers continue to lead the search tonight for two ACI inmates, William Cosper and Marcel Nichols, apparently escaped from the minimum security unit of the prison in Cranston sometime yesterday. The two men were reported missing after last night's head count. Both are from Providence, expected to be back somewhere in the city and have histories of violence. 36-year-old Cosper is serving time for sexual assault, 32-year-old Nichols for robbery. If you see either man, you should call the Rhode Island State Police or the Providence Police Department. A Newport neighborhood group has decided it will appeal a decision to allow a substance abuse clinic to dispense methadone. Methadone is a man-made substitute for heroin, which reduces the addict's need for the drug. Newporters for Safe Neighborhoods, as it's called, says it will appeal the zoning board decision because it contends that laws ban drug treatment centers and there would be no limit on how many addicts would be treated.
They have permission now to treat 80 addicts a day, and I have no doubt that they will reach that number quickly. People will move to Newport to go to the facility, and there's nothing to prevent them from increasing the number beyond 80.
Officials from the Kodak Drug Abuse Clinic say they're confident the board's decision will be upheld.
Rhode Island is experiencing a glut in the multifamily housing market. Multifamily home sales are down dramatically this summer. That word comes from the Rhode Island Association of Realtors. It says it has more than 1,100 2-, 3-, and 4-family homes on its listing service at the end of June. At that same time last year, there were fewer than 800 such homes for sale. Some electric customers say that proposed rates that would make electricity more expensive during the day and cheaper at night would hurt those who have electric heat in their homes. That word came today as the state's Public Utilities Commission hears testimony on the idea. Initially, the rate changes would affect only about 2,000 power users, but they would end up applying to a much greater number of consumers. The proposal by the state's four electric companies has already applied over 620 commercial or industrial customers. The PUC hearing continues tomorrow in Providence. Still to come on the News Watch, President Bush continues on his European tour designed to encourage political and economic reform in Eastern Europe.
We'll hear some of his remarks in Hungary today, and we'll tell you about some new, quieter planes scheduled to begin servicing Green Airport in Warwick in the fall.
Bargain hunting for a muffler? Get the Midas Economizer. Guarantee installed by experts and costs just $20. Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
When it comes to choosing meat, everyone has a favorite cut. So at LMAX, we start with a tempting array of delicious meats and poultry, low in fat and high in flavor. But the most important thing to look for, that's Almax value. Because after we choose the best value to slice, we trim our prices.
On fresh chicken leg quarters, 39 cents a pound. And red or white seedless grapes, 98 cents a pound. There's more value in store for you at Almax.
This summer, we're offering a special express pack, so you can drive into Wendy's and get a great meal fast. An old-fashioned hamburger, crispy fries, and a drink at a great price. My daughter Wendy said to me, "Wow, Dad, that's like a totally intense idea." I think that's good.
Get this summer's best deal, Wendy's Summer Value Express pack, now for just $2.99.
Our hamburgers are the best in the business, or I wouldn't name the place after my daughter.
Luxury cars cost serious money, so if you're seriously looking, visit your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer first. As a line, the automobiles of Mercedes-Benz retained more of their original value than any other line sold in America during the past 10 years. 10 years. You see, it's not what a car costs, but what it's worth. Take a look at one now.
Visit your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for a test drive.
When do you drink America's favorite German beer?
I used to drink it for a change of pace. Now it is my pace.
Beck's, the #1 imported German beer.
The issue of air pollution has long been a source of concern to a lot of people.
But in the city of Woonsocket tonight, some residents decided to get together and make their worries known. Officials from the Department of Environmental Management joined Mayor Charles Baldelli at that session this evening. The group spokesman says he's especially worried about chemical pollutions from local factories. He says he has decided to do something about it.
What motivated me is enough is enough. And I feel that these people can veer the other way and stop polluting.
The group wants the polluters to be financially responsible for the cleanup of the pollution and for the adverse health effects on humans. Well, for most of Narragansett Bay, it was shell fishing as usual this morning. Commercial and recreational shell fishing were banned following the June 23rd World Prodigy oil spill. The Rhode Island Shell Fishermen's Association reports the area from the Jamestown Bridge to Quonset Point is the only place now still closed to shell fishermen. The governor's office adds that the Upper Bay remains under a conditional closure because of the recent heavy rain. Governor DePreet says he's confident that the ban maintained confidence in the quality of Rhode Island shellfish products.